Welcome back for our at-home workout series. This is day 4, week 3. As we're going through our pillar prep, our movement prep, and skills, we're keeping everything the same. So if you have any questions, please reference back on some of those videos or reach out to us. Once we go through our plyos, what we're going to change here is we're going to go from bilateral pogos into single leg pogos. That's the only real change that we're making into our plyometrics for day 4. As we work our way into strength block number 1, we're going to have 4 sets of everything. Here's what we're changing. We are changing our Renegade Rows. We're going to add in a 3-second isometric hold at the top, and then our lateral pillar bridge, we're going to increase that time to 35 seconds. In strength block number 2, what we're going to change is we are going to add a 3-second isometric hold at the top of our single leg hip bridge, and everything else is staying the same at 3 sets. I'm going to go ahead and start us off with the movement prep. First, we're going to go into our lunge with rotation, where we're staying nice and tall and rotating over that front leg. From there, we're going to go into our linear march, where we're thinking good arm and leg action as we go through, to pulling our toes up towards our shin for 10 yards. Next, we'll go into our skip variation, where we're going to have both feet hitting the ground at the same time. From there, we're going to start working into our plyos. First thing we're going to do is go 10 yards worth of pogos. We're working on ground reaction time. Next, we'll have our 3-point march. We're going to go hands on hips, staying nice and tall as he switches his feet and stabilizes after 3 touches on the ground. And then that final plyo move that we're going to do is a single leg broad jump, where we're taking off on 1 foot and landing on 2. All right, so what we're going to be changing through our day 4 workout when we get into our plyo section is we are going to add in linear hops. Brett's going to go ahead through and make sure that he is stabilizing after each and every rep. We're going to go 5 on each side. Once we work our way into strength block number 1, we are going to add a 3-second eccentric onto our single leg RDL. So I want you to count inside your head, pushing that heel back towards the wall to 3, and then snapping it back up. Finally, in our last strength block, we are going to add in prone swimmer. So I'm going to have Brett lie down on the floor, hands out in front, and here we're working that shoulder mobility as he's pointing his thumbs down towards the ground, touching the small of his back, and then bringing his hands back to the top. In strength block number 1, we're going to be starting with our single leg deadlifts, where we're hinging, pushing that heel back towards the wall behind us. Moving on to move number 2, we are going to go into Renegade Rows. Now, if you don't have weights at home, some of the options you can do are grab a book bag, fill it up, grab a milk jug, fill it up with water, and just do standing bent over rows. After that, we are going to go into our lateral pillar bridge or our side plank. Make sure that elbow is staying right underneath the shoulder and our hips are staying nice and high. And then our final move of this first strength block circuit is going to be our toe touch series. We're using a foam pad. If you don't have one, you can just go ahead and grab a pillow. Make sure to put something in between your knees so you can squeeze with your adductors. We're going to go toes up for 3 and then heels up for 3. The first move of strength block number 2 that we're going to go through is a single leg hip bridge, making sure that we're pulling our rib cage down as we push through our heel, creating that nice even line from knee, hip to shoulder. After that, we are going to go into our standing YTWs. Hinge at your hips, keep your thumbs up as you go through the Ys, keep your palms towards the ground as you go through your Ts, and then go ahead and hit your Ws. And then our final move, Brett's going to go ahead, drop down to 1 knee. We're going to go through our Adductor Rocks. We're working on some of that groin tissue. He's going to go through 10 reps here.